this is me living the dream. Sitting in a Soviet bus stop to get out of the sun in the middle of nowhere in Kazakhstan, and it's 34 degrees and I haven't showered in 3 days and I'm living on bread and cheese, and oh yeah, I cycled 5,000 kilometers to get here on a bicycle I made myself. So to make this seem less terrible, I should add that on the way here I got to sleep in an abandoned castle, swim in the Black and Caspian Sea, steer a cargo ship and gatecrash a party at a British embassy. But the real reason that bus stop felt so fulfilling was that the whole thing started with 5 simple words. Here's my notice. I quit. You see, for the previous 2 years I'd been working in an office job in central London, but I'd always had this dream of building my own bicycle and taking it on some epic journey, sketched out my page margins and between the pie charts, but never really getting on with it. Until one day I just thought, well, if I don't do this now, I probably never will. So I quit. And on the face of it, that's not a great decision. I had a good job with good prospects, I got on well with my colleagues, and most importantly, I'd never actually made a bicycle before. But then, how many things on your bucket list would your boss really approve of? What was more important was that after years of daydreaming, saving up money and learning the skills I needed, I finally had a deadline. I had a single month to finish designing and building my long dreamt of bicycle before leaving on a trip that was going to take me from Bucharest in Romania 5,000 kilometers through Bulgaria, Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and then back into Kazakhstan to finish up by the Chinese border. At the time, I actually thought I was going to Iran, but halfway there it turned out they wouldn't let me in, which was awkward. This is now 4 days before I leave, and I finally have a bike I can ride. I think a lot of things could have gone better if I'd planned them more, but I'm happy. And that's pretty exciting. Now, as you can imagine, when you spend 3 months by yourself cycling through 8 countries, a lot of things happen. I camped out in the desert, crossed the Pontic Mountains, I got to make a whole load of new friends. I got caught in storms, battled epic headwinds, cooked a lot of noodles and ate a lot of biscuits. At some point, I'd like to tell you about all of that. But for now, the important bit is this. 3 months later, by the time I found myself sitting in that Soviet bus stop to get out of the sun in the middle of nowhere in Kazakhstan, I felt like I could achieve anything. Biggest brainstorm about to hit me. My dream had been to escape the rat race and spend my time building bicycles, starting my own company and having adventures. And as I cycled across those 8 countries, never knowing what was around the next corner, with bread and cheese to eat and not a shower in sight, the reason I was so happy was that I had set off on my own road, and this was just the start of my journey.